That's to pay homage to all the COVID-19 victims, first responders, family members, doctors, nurses, paramedics. They're all innocent. They're all innocent. But anyway, this program here is to educate, to entertain, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. I got stung by a hornet again. This is like third time this week. He got me right here, right on the lip. Little bastard. I was being stupid as usual. That's what I do the best. And I was trying to squirt him out of the air with some water. Just had a water spray bottle with water. Get their wings all wet, and then when they drop, because they're too heavy to fly, I'd smash them. But I didn't think that they'd tag me. So I'm squirting one, next thing you know, here comes another one. Got me right on the face, right on the lip. And this is the third time this week. First time was on the ear, second time was right here in the face. No, third time's right here. Thank God it's not in the eye, because I feel very fortunate to be able to see. That would suck if I'd get stung by a hornet or a wasp in the eye. But what's going on? It looks like the COVID-19 is not doing any better. Over in China, it's doing really good, I guess. But last night, I watched the Democrats, whatever they're doing, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I figured that I'd watch it without prejudice, try not to be prejudiced about what's going on, because really I'm not going to vote. So, the first one up there, this is what pisses me off. The very first person on there was a lady from Alabama or Georgia. And she said, back when I was an attorney, right then, that's what gets me. Because most of them are defense attorneys, and they have careers of lying. They lied all their life. And they get into the politics and stuff, and they still lie. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they enjoy. Just lying and lying and lying. But what's her name? AOC. She said she wanted Bernie Sanders as president. She nominated Bernie Sanders as president. She's a moron. She's just a fluffer for the Democrats. A fluffer for the donkey show. That's all she is. But I watched it till, what's his name? Bill Clinton was there. I watched it tell him, Bill pedophile Clinton, and he's bitching about Trump. They had times to clean up the United States. All those people had times. And I think Biden, Biden's just a career criminal, just like Pelosi, just like the Clintons. They've been in there for a long time. They need to get the hell out. Everybody's just upset that Trump cut the line. He was never a politician. He was never a mayor, never a governor, never a senator, blah, blah, blah. He just put in for presidency and became a president, I don't know, AOC was like that, She wanted Sanders. She nominated Sanders as president of the United States. But it's a wonder she didn't say, I want Kim Kardashian. That's who I want. I want Kim Kardashian as president. But she's an idiot. She's just an idiot. And I don't know if they're going to give out stimulus checks or not shortly. You need to get that shit taken care of, get it out of the way. And the next one, this is how I see it. We need to fix the problem. In the bigger cities and stuff like that, San Francisco, Chicago, Detroit, New York, and all that shit. People are homeless. They're out there in the streets. They defecate, stuff like that. Okay, how I see it, they need to take the mayors of those cities, have them wear their masks, put on some gloves, get some paper towels, go out there and make them pick up some feces off the street, And if they don't want to do it, get the newspaper, take out the crime report, slap them in the back of the head, until they do. But to solve the problem, I don't believe in universal income or whatever it is. Give everybody $1,000 a month universally. I think everybody that's how do I say it? Got an address, not a P.O. box, but an address. Anybody that pays a light bill, stuff like that, give them $1,000 a month, and then that way it will get some of the homeless people off the streets, get them back in the houses and stuff. They're going to make $1,000 a month. They might decide, hey, I'll leave the street and try to get an apartment or a house or something like that. But you know, you can't give the people that are in apartments $1,000 a month because you can, but this would be the rules. Like make sure they live there for like 10 months or something like that. But if not, they'd be like staying at the Red Rufus Inn, you know, Bubba Jr. and Bubba Jr. takes second floor, and Bubba's kids, all that. They'd be in the second floor, and Kawanda, she'd be on the third floor, and all of her kids. Everybody would be getting $1,000 a month. No, it wouldn't work out that way. You know, you'd have to. In the people that own businesses, they wouldn't get $1,000 a month because they own a home or whatever. You know, they have an address. Anybody that has an address would get like $1,000 a month. It'd be like universal income, I guess it's called. You know, that way it'd help the homeless people get off the street. If they still want to stay there, freaking let them stay there, you know. But I don't know if you've ever seen the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. I don't know if you've ever seen that one or not. Bunch of strung out redneck, cracker ass peckerwoods, you know. White trash, man. That's all they are. And their dad put them on welfare when they were kids. When they grew up, they stayed on welfare. And Jacob, I think his name's Jaco or something like that, he drank gasoline, and it made his mind kind of weird. He thinks he's Elvis or some fucking bullshit. You know, it's a true story. It's called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. And it's a crazy show, man. And if you ever watch Beck, it's called Beck, I'm a Loser. It's a video. I think Jebco, I think he's in that, Jebco White. But, you know, you can't give everybody $1,000 because they'll end up having drugs. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Just a minute ago, I told everybody I got stung by a wasp again. Right on the frickin' lip, man. But I'm okay, I'll survive, hopefully. Third time this week. But I'm trying to solve a problem. You know, if we're going to get the stimulus, get that over with, you know. The politicians, they need to get their shit together and try to get the economy going again. But see if they give out everybody, how is it, a homes, you know, instead of personally give out everybody $1,000, the home, $1,000 per home, you know. So that makes sure you got a light bill, stuff like that. Give those guys $1,000, because if not, it would be like the White and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Those guys are crazy, crazy. I've seen that about 10 years ago. It's an old documentary. It's a true story. I think people from Jackass put it out. What's his name? Johnny Knoxville or some bullshit. Yeah. Just drinking water today. Yesterday we were talking about the favorite shows. What's your favorite show? I was thinking about it now. I don't want to promote drugs or anything like that, but I like Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express was pretty funny, I thought. And I like Spun. You know, it's about meth. But both of those are pretty good movies, you know. I have other tastes too besides those. But Spun and Pineapple Express, they're pretty good. Let's see what else is going on. You love both those movies? Yeah, they're good, huh? Yeah. I watched it. I like Spun because it had one dude that had plastic surgery. I can't even remember his name. I like the way he acted in that show. He's a cowboy cook or whatever. He was the cook. But they had a lot of good people in that show, Spun. You know, a lot of people that you didn't know. Yeah, Mickey Rourke. There you go, Mickey Rourke. I like Mickey Rourke, man. I don't know if you've ever seen Thursdays. Have you ever seen Thursdays? Thursdays is a pretty good one with Mickey Rourke. But Spun had a lot of characters in there that you didn't know. You know, they had porn stars, Ron Jeremy, the lead singer from frick, I can't even think of him. I even went and saw him. Judas Priest, at least whatever the fuck his name is, I can't remember his name. Rob Halford, he's in there. There's a lot of people, you know, if you look at it. The guy that became a woman that played a man in that one, I forget their family's name too, but they're like 5 of them in the family. They're all movie stars. I think he's dead now. But anyway, he had a sex change to become a woman, but in the show he played a man. He was one of the cops, the one with the mustache, I think. I forgot what the fuck their name was. That's a pretty good show. If you know the characters in there, there's a lot of characters. And the guy that did the music was the guy from Smashing Pumpkins. Fuck, I can't even remember his fucking name. That's crazy. But he did the music for that, and it's a pretty good one. And I like Pineapple Express. That's pretty good. Those guys always did the same things. Let's see what else is going on. I was watching AI. Yeah, Billy Corgan. Yeah. The singer from Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, he did that, and he plays a doctor in that show. If you watch it, he's got a wig on, so you can't tell it's Billy, you know. But if you know what he looks like and shit, he's a doctor. I can't remember what part. Not the one with the pooch. Not when she goes into the doctor's office, you know, and the fucking taco's green or whatever the fuck. Another doctor. I can't remember what's going on. That was a great movie. Yeah, it was. I thought so too. It's like somebody asked me what my favorite movies were, and I said Spun and Pineapple Express. I don't want to promote drugs or anything like that, but I like those two movies. Let's see what else is going on. I watched AI. These guys from MIT and Stanford and Harvard, wherever the fuck it is, those big colleges and shit. But to me, they're wrong, man. They're wrong. AI is already smart enough. They're smarter than we are by a long shot. And they say no, they're not. You know, the computers can trick us, but we can't trick a computer. Okay, like Elon Musk has those Tesla cars. They update every day, and each one of those cars talk to each other. Like if you're in New York, and say I live in Burley, Idaho, there's a road construction or a pothole or whatever. That car knows that there's a pothole or road construction or whatever, and it'll tell the rest of the cars in the United States or the world or whatever. It updates. You know, the more knowledge it has, the smarter it gets. And the people from MIT said, no, you know, the computer's not smarter than us, but they are, because they beat us in chess, they beat us in whatever the fuck that is, one or whatever, you know, just kicked our ass. But if you pass that knowledge from that one that makes the games to the cars, to the robots that stack the shelves and all that shit, all that knowledge can become into one robot, you know. And even they have sex robots and shit like that. They are smarter than us by a long shot, you know, by a long shot. And those guys are saying no, they're not, but they are. They can take over, you know, because the more knowledge they have, which they're getting knowledge off of us all the time, you know, no matter what. Somebody's been calling and hanging up. I don't think you can hear. But see, that's a scam. It's they're scamming people for their taxes. They say that you're behind on your taxes. Press 1 if you want to talk to one of their assistants or whatever. But it's a scam. It's just a scam. And this is the third time they called me. I blocked it, but now it's on a different number. Where was I? Oh yeah, AI. See, that's what they need to do. They need to get rid of those fucking robocallers. And if they catch them, they need to fucking fine those fuckers a lot of money, you know. But yeah, we need to solve the problem with the homeless people. See, if we give it to $1,000 per family, it would get some of those people off the streets. You know, they'd get into houses or apartments or trailers or whatever, you know, and they'd get their $1,000 a month. But if you give everybody $1,000, like I said, has anybody ever seen The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia? Anybody? You ever seen that one? But you need to watch it. It's Jepco White and stuff like that. And these guys, they're fucking redneck trash, man. They're fucking bad. And all of them are on drugs. All of them are on welfare, food stamps. And they all live in like a big house, like an apartment, and the government pays for them all. And all they do is drink and party and do drugs and shit. And it's nuts. See, that's why I don't want everybody to get $1,000. You know, just the people that own houses or you know, per family. Yeah, the whites are a trip, huh? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are a trip. You know, white trash. Super famous in the South. Oh, are they? Dylan, you're here from Burley, right? Burley, Idaho? Are you here from Burley? Man, that fucking hurts. Son of a bitch. I killed him. But yeah, people need to watch that, but we need to stop that kind of stuff, you know, because like I said, yeah, I'm here. Okay, yeah, I don't know who you are, but you told me last time that you're from Burley. But really, Burley's a pretty good town. You know, I have no problems. This morning I went to the dollar store to get some hornet spray, but ended up getting some ant spray, some roach spray or some bullshit like that because they didn't have any wasp spray. Yeah, but Burley's pretty good, you know, compared to other cities because I've been around everywhere, and Burley's a good place. Let's see what else is going on. But Dylan, I think he said he worked for the city. And I don't think the jobs are coming back. Honestly, don't. You know, AI is going to take over. Some of the businesses are going to go out because, you know, the COVID-19, they didn't have businesses. See, that's why I don't want the businesses to get the money, just $1,000 per household. There's only two things you can do with money. You can either save it or you can either spend it. That's all you can do, you know. Yeah, I do too. Were you born and raised here? See, I was born and raised here. I don't know if you were born here, but you can go anywhere in 5 minutes, you know, anywhere in Burley you want to be. Walmart or wherever, Smith's or, you know, whatever you want to do. Go out to eat for pizza. You know, everything's pretty simple. The only thing you got to do, the bad thing is the train at noon. You know, the train goes through at noon every time. It's been doing that for years and years and years. Because when we used to go to school, you know, people had cars and stuff. We'd go across the railroad tracks, and then on the way back, the frickin' train would be there, and we'd almost be late almost every day. But the train goes by, you know, right around noon every day. One in Rupert's even worse. That sucks. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing about the Mississippi and stuff like that. See, I'm trying to. I don't watch Big Brother. I don't ever watch that. I don't know if that's a reality show or what it is. I never watch it. I don't watch that. But see, in the United States, okay, on the East Coast, they're having hurricanes. They just had a hurricane. Mississippi usually floods out. California has the freaking fires. You know, we have to solve these problems and stuff like that. Like on the East Coast, they have the wind, and each one of these cause outages, power outages, and shit like that. Every fucking time, you know. Okay, we could the wind on the hurricanes. We can harness that and put it in batteries and stuff like that. So when the power does go off, because the poles are going to be knocked down, blah blah blah. People are going to be without power. That would say millions and millions of people don't have power. Okay, there's so much power in that wind. They need to harness it. Mississippi, it floods out every year. They need to pump that shit into Kansas and Arkansas and Nebraska or whatever the hell. Any place that has a drought, and they need to harness that to create energy. Okay, in California, the fires. They're going to burn down the fire poles and stuff like that. They're going to be without power. Whenever they go to rebuild, every house that they rebuild, on the eaves, they need to have a sprinkler system, rainbirds. You know, 3 of them, one on each end and one in the middle. It should be mandatory. Because every time the freaking houses burn down, you know. But if you can turn on the rainbird, yeah. See, Elon Musk has those batteries. And really, like we have the wind turbines here right now, but the way that I say it, can have like layers of them. Instead of just one, you could have like 10 like that. And you could have charging stations. You could have trucks right there with low boys with big batteries, you know. And wherever you're at, the East Coast, you know, they have their hurricanes and stuff like that. You have charging stations there with these big batteries that will go and charge homes, businesses, whatever. Same with the Midwest, same thing. Same with California, you know. I don't know why. Every time we have a disaster, that's the first thing that goes is the power, and that's when people need it, you know. Like in the wintertime, you're going to have big snowstorms, and people are going to go without power. Yeah, I got a little bit of solar power. Not a lot. I had like 600 watts. But see, I thought of an idea. Like, you know, we have 4 dams here. American Falls, Minidoka Dam, Milner Dam, Shoshone Falls. Okay, I don't know if I've told you this before. But whenever, like, they had a dam in Michigan or Minnesota that just broke. When they had to replace that. You make 3 dams. You make a dam, and then you make 1/3 about a half a mile down the river, about a third lower, then another half a mile down the river, a third lower than that. Okay, so you have generation, three dams. Okay, it's creating energy. Well, we need to use our coal for something else. We will one of these days because we're too stupid now. Okay, but anyway, the dam, okay, between the first and second dam, there's going to be like a reservoir, a lake, a pond, or whatever. How's it going, Nod? But anyway, you have like big old fucking pipes as big as a fucking house. It goes from the reservoir back into the first dam over the side. You turn these pumps on, and it'll fucking fill those big like candy canes or whatever. It will start flooding back behind the dam. You know, the water will go back there. And then as soon as it starts doing that, you shut the pumps off because it'll be gravity fed. So the water goes through, creates energy, causes a pond. Then you put the water back behind the dam. You keep doing that until they need the water, you know. You know, like they might need it somewhere else or whatever. Same with the wind power. Instead of one windmill, you have 10, you know. But you always have to have batteries. You have to have batteries because, like when the wind blows here, they shut those big turbines off because the grid can't handle it. You know, they're not using the power, so they shut them off. So you have to have batteries to keep that power, you know, to keep the power. And then people go up without power, you know, every time there's a disaster. The power's out for millions and millions of people everywhere. In California right now, with the fires and stuff, the power's going to be out because it's going to burn the power lines, going to burn the power poles and everything, you know. We've been on the grid for 100 years, and we need to change, you know. We just need to change. It's crazy. But the politicians, too, they need to do something besides freaking bicker and argue and stuff like that. You know, 6 weeks ago they were bitching about each other in the Democrats, and now they're saying how great this other person is, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's all just bullshit. All just bullshit. But yeah, we need to stick together. But in the big cities, it's hard because, like I was saying about the voting, instead of going to the polls, you know, some people don't want to go to the polls, they're going to mail it in. You can have the drive up and just drop it in the box. Instead of putting it in the mailbox, you just put it in the voting box. But I forgot, in the big cities, not everybody has cars. You know, they make a lot of more money than what we do here, but they have no cars, you know. And that's sad. You know, they make $40,000, $50,000 a year, and they live in a one-bedroom apartment, and they're just barely scraping by, you know, because they spend their money on transportation and stuff like that. And when they do have a car, they have to spend it on parking. It's nuts. Crazy, crazy. Let's see what else is going on. The weather here is pretty nice. You know. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to talk too much, but anyway, let's see. Yeah, I got stung by a wasp today. It's the 3rd time this week. Once on the ear, once here on the face, and once on the lip. This morning, man, I was being stupid. I have a shed like Bubbles lives in on, what's it called? Trailer Park Boys. I have a shed like that. That's where I keep my lawnmower. I open it up and there's freaking wasp in there. And I just had a spray bottle with water, and I'd spray one and get their wings wet, and it'd fall, and I'd step on it, you know, kill it. But I never thought there's more than one, dumbass. So while I'm squirting this one, another one comes out and gets me right on the fucking lip. But I got a little bit of spray. I'm going to get rid of it. Yeah, my face is a little bit swollen. But anyway, I'm going to go. But this is Fat Man at Noon. Stay straight, stay strong. God bless. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.